Hello, my dear children. Hope you're fine and safe. Children, today we'll do the recapitulation of chapter 2 and the chapter name is Almanac. Almanac, it is an annual calendar containing important dates. Now, what is a calendar? Calendar, it is a record of the days, dates and months of a year. Here in the image also you can see that this is the calendar of year 2020. You can see that the days are marked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then dates are marked and the months are also marked. Also students, here you can see that important dates are also mentioned. For example, 1st Jan is New Year Day, then 15th August is Indian Independence Day. Okay, so one more feature is that in calendar the months are serially arranged, and the third feature you can see that everything is arranged in a tabular form. Okay, so now we have learned what calendar is and its definition. Now let us move to the importance of calendar. We all know students that calendar is very important. It helps us in keeping ourselves organized. First, we'll see how it is important for a community. Students, we know that community, they love to come together. And for coming together, they mark a specific date. That on this date, we'll be meeting. Fine? So, with the help of calendar, we can plan that which date we should select for the community event, and also after selecting, the calendar helps us in remembering the date, that date on which the community event is going to take place. Fine students? So calendar in a way, it helps the community to come together. Fine? Now students, one more thing is there, that now you must have seen that the calendars are attached online also with the social medias like Facebook and Instagram. So on Facebook, we generally get the notification of our friends' birthdays, then their anniversaries, right? So when we get the notification, what we do? We wish them directly on their Facebook account, or we call them. So students, there the calendar is playing a major role in building our relationship with the other people, and thus it helps us in enriching our social relationships. So now we have understood how it is important for a community. Now let us see how it is important for a company. Students, for a company also calendar is very important. It helps the company in publicizing their events. Okay. Also students, we know that company have several clients. So if the company makes customized calendar for the clients, it will help the client to organize himself, and when the client is happy, he'll be more attracted towards that company. So calendar is very much beneficial for a company. Now students, it is important for an individual as well. How it is important for an individual? For example, let's take the example of us only. We are also an individual. Okay. So how calendar helps us? It helps us in making us more productive. It helps us in making our life totally planned. Fine. So like for example, in a calendar we can mark specific dates on which we have our important meetings or important events to attend. So it will help us in making making a plan that okay, this day I have to get free by this time so that I can attend this meeting or this event, right? Also students, it helps us to plan. For example, you have an exam on 7th of March. So by looking at the calendar, you can see that you have 3 more days, 4, 5, 6. So you'll plan your syllabus accordingly, and then on the 7th you'll go and give the exam, right? So calendar helps us in making our life planned and also organized. And when we are organized, our productivity of the work increases. So students, now we have learned the importance of calendar. Now let us see what are the uses of calendar. Calendar have several uses. It helps in easing our stress and anxiety. Second, it makes us more productive. Third, that it helps us in keeping our commitments. The commitments which we have given to our friend, to our office colleagues, then it helps us in keeping that commitment. Then it also helps in planning. So students, calendar have several uses. Now we'll learn about the Gregorian calendar. Students, Gregorian calendar, it is the internationally accepted civil calendar. Okay, it is the internationally accepted civil calendar, and it is also known as the Western or Christian calendar. Okay, Western or Christian calendar. This is a Gregorian calendar. Okay. Now students, Gregorian calendar is a solar calendar. Let us see what solar calendar is. Solar calendar is a calendar whose dates are based on the position of Earth. Whose dates are based on the position of Earth and its closeness to the Sun. So the Gregorian calendar is a solar calendar. Students, the Gregorian calendar have 12 months: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, it have 12 months. And how many days are there? 365 days. Okay, 365 days are there in a common year, whereas in a leap year it have 366 days. That one day is added in the month of February, and thus the February in the leap year have 29 days, whereas in the common year it just have 28 days. So we have understood the structure of the Gregorian calendar. Now let us see, students, after whom the Gregorian calendar was named. It was named after Pope Gregory XIII, and this is the picture of Pope Gregory. And the Gregorian calendar was designed by Luigi Lelio. This is the picture of Luigi Lelio. Okay, so now we know that this Gregorian calendar was named after Pope Gregory XIII, and it was designed by Luigi Lelio. Students, Julian calendar was the predecessor of the Gregorian calendar. Okay, but it was replaced because it was inaccurate. It was inaccurate because it did not reflect the actual time it takes the earth to circle around the sun, which is known as tropical year, and that is why it was replaced. Now students, we learn about Saka calendar. Saka calendar, this is the image of the Saka calendar. Okay, so it is an official civil calendar which is in use in India. It is used alongside the Gregorian calendar. And by whom it is used? Firstly, it is used by the Gazette of India, and secondly, it is used by the Government of India, which issues calendar and communications. Okay, but besides all these uses, besides such formal uses, this calendar is not so widely used. Mainly we use the Gregorian calendar. This calendar is not so widely used. Now students, in the next slide, we'll learn about the Saka calendar structure. Saka calendar structure. So, students, in Saka calendar, we have 12 months and the names are Chaitra, Vaishakh, Jyeshtha, Asadha, Shravana, Bhadrapad, Ashwin, Kartik, Margarisha, Posh, Magh and Falgun. Fine. So there are 12 months in Saka calendar. And here you can see the length of the month. Length of each month. That Chaitra has 30 or 31 days. Vaishakh has 31 days. Then so on. Here you can see the length. Okay. And in the third column, you can see the start date according to the Gregorian calendar. So for example, the Vaishakh, it starts at April 21 according to the Gregorian calendar. Then Jyeshtha, it starts at May 22. Okay. So this is the start date. Here there is an important note, students. Please listen carefully. That in leap year, Chaitra have 31 days. Okay. Whereas in common year, it just have 30 days. Fine. Now, we've understood the Saka calendar structure. Now, we'll see the classification of time of historical events. We know that the time was classified. Time is classified in two ways. In two parts. First is BC and the second is AD. BC is, the full form of BC is before Christ and the full form of AD is Anno Domini. Anno Domini, it is a Latin word which means in the year of the Lord. Okay. Now we'll understand with the help of this timeline. Fine. So, after the birth of Jesus Christ, all the year which came after the birth of Jesus Christ, it was named AD. Okay, 1 AD, then 2 AD, then 3 AD, and then 4 AD, and so on and so forth. Whereas, before the birth of Jesus Christ, all the year are named BC. Okay. We know that BC stands for before Christ, right? So, all the years which happened before the birth of Jesus Christ, they are called BC. 1 BC, then 2nd BC, then 3rd BC, right? So, now you have understood what is AD and what is BC. Students, here I would like to give one more information that AD is also known as Common Era. It is written as CE sometimes. Whereas BC is sometimes it is called BCE. Before Common Era. Okay. So BC it is sometimes written as BCE and sometimes CE is used instead of AD. So I hope this chapter is very much clear since we have done it twice. Okay. Thank you, students. In case if you have any doubt, just message me and be safe and be healthy.